to see is, have Aurora been able to adapt from that loss they have? I think that's one of the things in the early stages that of CS2 is teams are going to have a lot of a lot of room to grow, so you can fix mistakes quickly. It's not like small micro details necessarily you're constantly fixing. It's, we've only played one map of this. Where did we go wrong? And you're kind of adapting on the fly. So we'll see what they can deliver as we jump into Anubis.
Yeah, straight in. Let's see it. I'm keeping my eye out for Sassanito because he was incredible on Ancient. And if we get the same performance on Anubis, then I'm a little bit worried here for Aurora. Fast pistol coming out of the gates early. You saw that Sense had a little bit of a peek in towards middle, just trying to keep these players here, whilst the rest of the team are about to execute on towards A.
I think they heard a little bit of it running through the canals. Although, with the lack of contact through A, I think it has caused them to pause a little bit. It's only going to be Lucky. SELLTER's going to run over now, but Lucky's in the side, has the kit. He's back towards Heaven. SELLTER's going to come and support him, but they've given so much space to Apeks. This is going to have to be a retake, but lattykk gets the kill. That was in towards mid. That was the lurker. Now you only have to worry about this site. And look at Apeks just fighting on forward. jkaem finds the kill into Lucky, and they're just going to run over this ground into CT spawn, but maybe a step too far. But here he is. Sassanito, 3 massive kills. He's a pistol god. Unbelievable. On the T side, this guy makes the Glock look like God's weapon of choice.
I just cannot believe that. He's even dinked Kenzie. And now Kenzie is scrambling, running for the hills. What an afterplant, by the way. The fact that we've got all of these players rushing in towards spawn, trying to cut off this retake again before it can even begin. We saw that on Ancient. We see that again on Anubis. Sassanito goes absolutely flying. It doesn't matter. Apeks, they claim the pistol.
I can't believe he gets 3 there. It looked like they'd overextended a bit. You're fighting into CT spawn. You can understand why, right? Because they lost that mid lurk. They had no ground to go on. They wanted to cut off an avenue. You wide swing out into CT spawn. There are 3 CTs sitting there. Norley pox both of your teammates, and yet still Sassanito holds his ground, gets 3 quick headshots. The man is a menace. Feels like he was born for CS2 if this match is anything to say.
Norway with the alligator in towards dark. Normally we see that in towards mid quite a lot. Shotguns on mid on Anubis. I always think of Sumdae Young.
Yes.
Just constantly with the shotties over towards middle. Instead, it's in towards dark. It's more of a stack. Molly doesn't quite land for Apeks. The nade misses the mark as well. Does blow up the smoke, but doesn't give any information over. Stack very heavily rooted, ingrained in towards B. But once again, Apeks, they're going towards A, and it's empty.
Yeah, we might just see a complete 5-player save here. Apeks don't really have an incentive for hunting, other than maybe sending in. And Aurora aren't going to go for this retake now the bomb's planted and they're stacked on B, so you might not even see any damage done to anybody.
Oh, do we get first ever CS2 Unicorn round? 100 HP on everyone so far. jkaem looking to potentially ruin that with a little bit of a hunt out towards B. But bomb's going to go off. Norway takes 1 damage, so it's not the golden unicorn. Still could be a unicorn, though.
jkaem looks pretty keen for a fight. I feel like this guy doesn't shy away. And SELLTER might give it to him. There it is. They're going to try and overwhelm this AK, so maybe they can actually get something done. If he falls, that's costly. But they end up dropping 2, so I actually think that kind of favors T's a bit there, because now you've got a worse buy going into this round where you already were just working with what you had.
And jkaem can immediately rebuy. Straight in. And you're right, that's more detrimental to the economy of Aurora than it is for Apeks. If Kendu was able to swap out the FAMAS for an AK, it would be marginally better, but not quite. Run boost also fails.
Extra fail.
It's a little bit awkward, and also the stab.
Yeah, fell on his
Kenzie
knife
as well.
They're just going to keep hitting A. It feels like they're prioritizing this side of the map. And Aurora are running this 3-player B consistently so far. Obviously, this round, it's not something to read too much into. They're boosting out the FAMAS to get it more involved, seeing as 2 of these players are pretty much footstalls in this round. One of them falls. Lucky caught him mid, just getting a little aggressive, trying if he can see anything through that smoke as it fades. But obviously, smoke fades are a thing that's changed. If you're not familiar at home, you used to be able to sit inside a smoke in CSGO and you have a slight advantage as it faded if you're inside it, but no longer the case. So not really an incentive to sit inside smokes because it kind of just makes it difficult for you to be aware of where you are for a moment. They're just going to be fighting on through. That FAMAS can't get involved, and lattykk deagle, if you can find anything, it'd be nice, but not going to be allowed.
Fair play to Norway, who is sat inside a molly in dark, just hoping and praying that he can get 900 as a kill reward, and it just doesn't happen. Really unfortunate. lattykk on the AWP. Immediate purchase coming in for Aurora. Has to put it to good use. Obviously, Apeks are still on their bonus buy. kyxsan still rocking the MAC-10. And the bomb making its way towards B early, not A.
A bit of a change-up. Squeezing towards dark is going to...
Just fast.
Yeah. Bit of pacing towards mid. jkaem's taking the space, and you can see it's forced Lucky off. He's actually retreated all the way into A. Apeks have thrown a forward smoke in towards the front of Fountain, and that's just really scared Aurora. Look what it's done. It's forced them both to be playing in the side itself, which has given jkaem so much space.
Oh, good shot, though. Norway finds jkaem. That gets rid of the potential mid-aggression. However, over towards A, Sensors traded out SELLTER, who originally dealt with Sassanito. Meanwhile, Norway's repositioned. He's now been spotted, but turns on a dime. The AUG is like a machine gun. That's incredible for Aurora. Norway with the hat trick. First gun round, a resounding success, and that's with even the AWP not really being involved.
Yeah, who tried from Norway? Well, that's two AUGs in play. Yeah, it must have been, because I think SELLTER had one too. Yeah, Norway opens up and towards mid, catches jkaem. That's massive, because he'd been given so much space. It felt like when you got that sort of positioning on the T side, you can really do whatever you want. You've got so much freedom with the pressure you can apply anywhere on the map, and you can see them taking advantage of it. As soon as jkaem falls, they swing back on through, force the fight into A, but Norway's reposition is massive. jkaem again, taking liberties in mid. Gets an opener, and this time, he's just gonna play a bit more passive. Get a little spooked. Flames come forward, and he's caused rotations. It's dealt with.
This is very aggressive in towards middle. Off rip from Apeks. Sense thinking about walking through this smoke, just peering around the gaps. We'll blow it up. Trying to get a reaction out of SELLTER, but not to be. And with 1 minute left on the clock, Apeks go, okay, well, we've tried A enough times. We'll sprinkle in a B round. lattykk holding. Let's see if he can secure things.
lattykk gets fun and gets away. He's done enough. Kenzie's there to support him as well, but it's only these two players. lattykk gets that first kill, sends in the swing. lattykk stands for 2. He's done his job. And now it's just a single prong through B main. Kenzie sitting, waiting for the swing. It's perfect. Smoke lands as well with the bomb. Lost Nook. He can't get involved.
It's got to save. You can argue any damage is good damage here onto Aurora players, but he's being hunted down. SELLTER in the corner of mid. That's a great off angle. Nork hits the deck. It has to be a Tech 9 round, and Aurora can level up the scoreline.
And that's a great test for lattykk, who had a bit of a rough map one. Couldn't really get involved. Didn't really have the AWP at all. I don't think he actually had it once, if I recall. The only AWP I saw for Aurora was in the hands of SELLTER on the A side. So lattykk, the first time he gets his hand on the sniper here on B, able to get that double. Absolutely necessary as well. If he got down, even just for one, it puts so much pressure onto Kenzie. He does his job. Now bursting towards mid. jkaem falls. Lucky is holding for 2. lattykk strikes. And these Tech 9s become Tech 0s quickly.
Sensor's got an angle, and he has got the kill on towards SELLTER. So now A is open. A bomb can be planted if it goes round the corner, away from camera. That's exactly what's happening. Another resmoke goes here, and Sense just lies in wait. Aurora, it should be their round to win. However, there can be a lot of tripwires here if they're not careful.
Bomb plant's already such a win. Sense with the AK, looking at him, seeing what he can do. They just charge on through. Sense and Nork get a headshot apiece, and he's got more aggressive, taking fights. Nork gets one as well. An unbelievable round that Apeks had no business winning. 2v5 with just the Tech 9s. They do it all.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. And it's yet again, it's Apeks being proactive after they plant the bomb. And maybe this is potentially what we're going to see in the future. A lot of teams, you normally say in Go, you got to take space beyond the bomb site. But this is taking it to a whole nother level. This is them willingly, proactively engaging on towards Aurora. And that is a round that should never have been theirs. That was a 2 versus 5. kyxsan is now striking back for even more damage in towards Dark. That's now overwhelmed, but look at this proactive play in towards mid. SELLTER drops through the window, deals with kyxsan, and Norway spams jkaem down through the smoke. It was another 2 versus 3, but this time Aurora, it feels like they got it a little bit more under wraps.
Yeah, Sense was the X factor there. If he'd been able to find that kill into Norway, suddenly you've got a round cooking. Nork can grab the bomb, can go towards A. Instead, he's now at a 1 versus 3, and the bomb isn't even in his hands. He's hoping just to find a kill and to get some space, but he has no information. No idea. Norway's angle, quite powerful back in heaven as well. As soon as Nork unscopes, that's when he's going to be walking into a player. Hits the shot. That's a nice one. Has time to work with. Smoke going down, and he's actually going to face both players here. SELLTER's going to give him this fight. Oh, but SELLTER's ready for it, waiting for the peek to come on through. Didn't know that the bomb wasn't in their hands unless he peeked up towards T-Stairs. Good attempt, but for Aurora, great round.
I feel like if you're... The thing is, if you're Nork in that position and you have the bomb, you're planting it every day of the week. But because he doesn't have it, has to try and take a fight. I like that SELLTER is being a little bit more proactive and he's just waiting. Just trying to ensure that his team don't get overwhelmed and lose a round again that shouldn't fall out of their hands. Apeks taking the pause. This is to discuss economy because Nork has so much built up and they're going to invest in. They're going to try and strike while the iron's hot, and they're going to try and remove all of Aurora's finances.
I love watching all the money spent on Apeks side. Nork spent 7.5 grand. Everyone else is like, yeah, 1,500, 2.5. There's a lot on Nork's shoulders this round. And obviously that dropped rifle going to have to do a bit of work as well. Like they want to give A go. It has been where they've found all their success so far. That's a cool HE. Does a little bit of damage on defense. Defense is smoke. Defense is smoke dropped. Combining words out here. Nito finds the opener onto Kenzie.
Yeah, that's aggressive. Again, in towards Dark. It looked like Kenzie was trying to play around that smoke, but gets immediately punished by Sassanito just lurking and waiting for an aggressive move. Now with that reward, there's another one in towards mid. But lattykk can't capitalize, can't get the kill on towards Nork. Instead, health points brought down even lower. But based on that information, you know it's probably ending A.
SELLTER has to step up with the org up and towards heaven. Good line to fire them down. Tassinio saved with the trade. lattykk gets aggressive. 2 players are low, but Nork hits his shot. And they've got this lurk. Check out jkaem. He's walking through the B bomb site during all of this. lattykk can't get involved. This round hinges on what Noi can find, and he might find a bullet from jkaem, who's about to walk around the corner and catch him. Seeing into the smoke, so jkaem doesn't spot him, and Noi walks through. jkaem catches him. Immediately, lattykk goes, nope, that's it, I'm done. So kudos to Apeks. That's 2 rounds now where they've been working with limited weaponry, and they've been able to get it done.
It's really interesting just the break points in which Apeks are investing into as well. Understanding that there aren't as many rounds to play with, of course, but deciding that, hey, look, we're going to just work what we have, and the more we can reduce and keep Aurora's economy at bay, the more rounds we can win as we close out this first half. Sure, lattykk saves an AWP, but look at what the rest of the defense is working with. lattykk, Kenzie, SELLTER, all with minimal purchases, and maybe you get a FAMAS in play, but at best, it's going to be an MP9.
Sense has got the AUG. Don't know if I'd want that on the T side, but I guess it's better than 10. Cool Molotov.
Great molly.
Yeah, we were both impressed by that.
It's the way it bounced over the wall. It's quite a common one, but it's good to see it still being in play. Norway hits the shot. Meanwhile, Apeks are trying to strike in towards B. Sassanito with that late lurk in towards Dark will get it done. It's a 4-on-4 even split here, of course. Aurora are going to go for this. See if they can hang around for an extra 5 seconds. Upgrade some of these pistols in towards rifles. lattykk sending this flashbang through, trying to get them up close and personal. Their strike's lackey. And suddenly the dominoes are starting to tumble here for Apeks.
Yeah, Lucky's got another one with an MP9. Now, there is no kit, so they have to be quick. Nork finds a critical kill. lattykk doesn't really want to get too involved. You don't want to lose this all. This is really about setting up the lesser weaponry. And they're not fighting anything. Great patience from Apeks. Not overextending, not giving them the opportunities. Might be a chance here, though. lattykk needed to hit that shot. Taps the bomb again. Can't get it the second time. And Lucky might have found 3 frags, but the round is done. Nork is going to get out of that. And Apeks is going to get up to 6.
Great play from Nork as well, because look, it's hard to hit these flicks on CS2 compared to Go. It's a little bit troublesome. And Nork just wide swings again, gives lattykk no hope on that sniper. And the re-aggression knows that if he just removes this sniper, considering they won't have a defuse kit, it's going to guarantee that round, and had to do something, especially with Sassanito falling in towards the canals. 6 rounds plays free. Apeks double the scoreline of Aurora. And lattykk gets out with a Galil, but everyone else armed tooth and nail with USPs.
Yeah, this is the ramifications of Apeks winning all those rounds that they probably shouldn't have. It's allowed Aurora's economy just to slip from them. Should be easy enough for them to convert. kyxsan can deal with these players pushing out through B main, so he'll take those nice easy frags. lattykk revealed himself, so Nork's hungry for the frag, but not going to be given it. They're just going to walk around killing players with USPs. Bit of deathmatch, bit of warm-up aim. Not a lick of damage done to anyone on the T side.
And this is why it was so crucial for them to take that timeout and make that decision when Nork had 7,000 to invest in. And they went with the Galils, and they went with the utility, the prioritization to execute on towards A. Because it sometimes feels like when your economy gets broken, especially on the CT side, by the time you've recovered and you've got a full gun round, well, the half's nearly done. But even now, whilst it is a full gun round for Aurora, SELLTER's been reduced again to an XM. That smoke's cool. That one's for Dark, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it lands for Nork. So again, Apeks showing us all of these cool little lineups.
Nork's got another smoke that he's picked up, so he's in charge of throwing all of the smokes today. Makes sense, the Aurora is often the one that sets up the utility for the riflers. He's getting inquisitive towards window. He's actually walked on through, so lattykk could actually backstab here. Walks through his own smoke. The issue is they're going to be hitting into A now. They've found clear entries. That presence over towards B was disruptive. So 3 players barrel into the site and think that this flank is going to get caught by the remaining T that's lurking late. Maybe not. It's paused. But it might not matter.
Yeah, again, look at this space being taken. Nork this time hangs around the bomb site a little bit, but it's freed up Sense just to walk forward through. Still looking at lattykk because he's actually in the bomb site right now. He's backstabbed Nork, has somehow found an avenue through. This could get a little bit dicey. jkaem needs to win out the engagement, and he does. That's crucial. That keeps this round in contestment for Apeks, and whilst, you know, the player has made it through, and it can look a little bit dicey, that prevents a lot more damage being inflicted on towards Apex's economy. lattykk holds on to this AWP. But we are seeing new game mechanics being found. Again, just this really small little micro detail. Before they go in towards A and they split, they make sure the smoke is cleared because Sense has done a jump, middle click throw. The grenade completely blows up the smoke. SELLTER not hiding in its grasp, instead just round the corner, but they double swing together. Crossing T's and dotting I's. Apeks leaving no stone unturned here on Anubis.
Expecting the Molotov, that's a new CSG feature. I can't believe Lucky walk past 2 T's, just stuck on through. Fighting towards mid, looking to take place. Good damage both ways. Lucky's the one that comes worse for wear. They're going to punish SELLTER. He's Molotov'd out, runs away. You can see there's that smoke that the T's through, just so they can establish that control, so they can isolate this fight that's place. And, oh, kyxsan, nice swing onto lattykk. Oh, he gets both as well. This is decimation. Apeks are running over Aurora. Kenzie might be able to get this kill back. Nork should have Lucky mid every day of the week, so it shouldn't matter too much, although they do have to go get the bomb. Kenzie doesn't look like he's going to go any further, so should be all sorted. SELLTER in a tough position. Wide swings, can't connect. Looking like a 9-3 half. Yes, you heard me correctly. 9-3 half. The most likely outcome.
Yeah, Kenzie, of course, going to go for this. But I feel like as well, SELLTER there, he didn't move quick enough. But I feel like that's because, again, audio in CS2 can sometimes be a little bit iffy. I don't think he truly heard those players coming behind him. jkaem on the angle, does lock in the round. And as you mentioned, 9-3 half for Apeks. They look dominant on their map pick of Anubis.
In my head, you got me so confused. My mind is full of you. Still want you in my room. Don't wanna get rid of you. On my mind when I am up to bed. You got me so confused. My head is full of you. I'll keep your picture in my room, 'cause it gets me in the mood. You still have friends in my head. You got me so confused. My mind is full of you. Still want you in my room. Don't wanna
You don't have to wait long at all to get back into the action as Apeks. They don't want to wait much longer to close this one out 2-0. Aurora have a long journey ahead of them. 6 rounds of deficit, and Apeks just need 4 to take their map pick.
So wild. Just look at the scoreline. I'd be like, yeah, just need 4. That's still gonna get a lot to get used to, I think.
Yeah, 9-3-1/2. What?
Yeah, very, very dominant. Coming forward. Here are the smokes for Aurora. A bomb site empty as well. Although Sense has already dealt with lattykk. This one's fast in the back lines coming through for Apeks. Although Lackey says no, not happening. Finds 2 kills, sorts of dual Berettas, but Nork actually bests him on those weapons as well.
Yeah, same round that Apeks threw through. They try to scale in towards CT, but there's no one there for the CT side. jkaem, that's a massive fight. Wins it out, but now he has a 1 versus 2 on his hands. First kill comes his way. Knows where Nori is, just wants to find the fight, looking for the headshot, but Nori stands his ground. And Aurora pick up a much-needed pistol.
Yeah, that's an understatement. They need that crucially. They need to win this map. That's a reminder as well. Apeks looking dominant right now, but if Aurora win this, they force us to overpass. A map that both teams have been struggling on in recent time. Of course, the buy comes out for Aurora. For Apeks, they're actually going to concede it. They're going to go, okay, we'll let you have that one. We want to buy as soon as we can and have the best investment possible.
Yeah, it makes sense. When you got such a round lead as well, even though most teams are forcing on the CG side in particular, I think when you've got such a huge lead, may as well wait till you can get all your rifles out. Especially, I think, knowing that Aurora are going to be prioritizing rifles here as well, because they have such a long battle ahead. They're not going to be going into as many SMGs, and you can see that reflected with the 3 AKs. It's kind of a decision-making going on there, meta decision-making for Apeks, as the pistols here. See if jkaem's deagle can do anything. That's what we're looking at, and it'll only get an opportunity if they come to him. He's in mid, the rest of the team stacked up on B, and Aurora mirroring Apeks in the start of their T side. We're going to A again.
I want to just shout out some score updates right now. Obviously, we've got 4 streams covering the closed qualifier here today. And look, Spirit, they were going up against LFO, which is X-Heat. Well, they won their first map 13-10. You think, okay, that's pretty expected. Movistar Riders versus Grinders. Grinders won their first map there, 13-11 on Anubis against Movistar Riders. The Chosen Few versus Big. The Chosen Few won on Mirage 13-10 against Big. So a lot of upsets potentially on the cards here.
That's crazy to me that Big in particular, to be fair, had just played CSGO officials literally yesterday. So I can kind of understand it, but they are on root cap, so. Bit of damage done here. You take this. You've taken 3 players down when Aurora have invested heavily into rifles this round. Oh, he'd fallen there. It would have been a brilliant round, but you've still found 3, and I think you're pretty happy with that.
Yeah, you absolutely are. Because that was, what, USPs, a single pair of dual Berettas, and a deagle. Restricting weaponry. Sure, the force buy can come in for Apeks now. Not force, full buy. And Aurora can replenish what they lost. There's a cool angle there from Norway as well. Just tucks in. Gets a wide view of the spawn. As Nork runs across. Kyxsan on the famous, but everyone else is living good for Apeks. And early pressure being applied here towards B.
No kit. Take note of that. Oh my god.
Hey.
He's managed to. That's through the window, just peering on down into canals. However, 2 quick kills back out towards B. 1 in dark, 1 out towards CT. So Apeks, that advantage lost early. And okay, jkaem has slipped through. jkaem has found the bomb. No, is he aware of this possibility? Because he held mid for a little. No, he's got no clue. He's got no clue. Oh, the timings keep eluding. This is so painful. Oh, that sucks for Noi. jkaem, if he can find another. No, he's caught out. 2 versus 2. And a trade immediately from Sense. lattykk has information on 1 player. Doesn't know where Nork resides.
I like this as well. Sensor's completely repositioned in towards mid because he understands that lattykk would have got this bomb. And now last player spotted over towards A main. Great find though from lattykk. Wins out the gunfight. Sense goes looking. And now Nork has to clutch up in this 1v1. We'll be on the flank. We'll be coming in from the canal water. And lattykk, he's going to expect this and anticipate it. Holding his crosshair diligently on this corner. Nork is going for the slow approach. And then finally will swing. It's wide. It jump scares lattykk. And he's still able to find the kill anyway.
What? Come on, man. How does he? He jumps. This girl will panic jump. Nork has to, you know, get that fight. Like, he had no kit, so he's walking on through. The fact that lattykk repositioned, everything looked great for Nork. The jump comes through. I cannot believe that he's able to find that kill. That's shocking.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in disbelief. But a really good recovery. A really good clutch. Sassanito on the M4. Everyone else struggling here for Apeks. A lean over towards the B bomb site. Sassanito this time can't go for any aggressive tendencies. Can't peek through the right-hand side of the dark smoke. Instead, is just going to tuck in at the back of the bomb site. Kenzie moving forward and will take this space off the back of it. It is being held, but it's being held with dual Berettas. So not quite the weapons you'd hope for. And this push in towards B main is going to confirm at least information. Sense finds Norway, and Kenzie's been naded out. What has just happened?
How have they won that? They pushed through mid at the same time. They're going to find the bomb. Aurora have taken the A bomb site, but they don't have the C4. They're swarming. They know exactly where it is. Lucky gets brought down low, and it's another one of these rounds that Apeks have just brought in some pistols, and they get it done. Armor onto jkaem, picks up the AK, gets 2 more kills. Apeks have dealt a killing blow to Aurora. Look at their money. That round might just have decided this entire series.
That's so wild to me as well, because it didn't look like there were any flashbangs going through B main, apart from the initial one that got them round the corner. They just scaled there with pure contact and won out the fights onto rifles with dual Berettas and a deagle. That is unbelievable. And now Tech 9s have to be the answer here for Aurora. They have to do what Apeks have just done to them. Deliver a sucker punch, but in the opposite direction.
I think the critical kill came with the deagle in towards mid, and that allowed a further push, creating chaos. It never should have happened. Mid. They wanted to do a little bit of pressure, and they've applied it well. Nork has to scamper. They're found a kill. Flames go forward, but they're scaling on through. Rifle to be collected. Space taken. Apeks now. They're on the back foot.
They are. Oh, I was going to say, but they had 2 in towards A still. The player in towards mid actually invokes a team kill from Kenzie. That's really awkward. Nade goes over. They are in. A Nork at the back of the bomb site is playing on Sense's contact absolutely perfectly, but it doesn't matter when lattykk can deliver out killing blows like this. There's your bomb site completely taken away from you. And Aurora, they're now in complete control. Sassanito needs to save.
Well, it goes both ways. Apeks were feeling pretty happy after that last round. Aurora's money in the bin. They had to force into it, had to bring Tech 9s into it. Bit of aggression in mid. You can see the HE came through onto the smoke, and Apeks were looking for a fight. They wanted to take those engagements, but the Tech 9s singing true. The dink onto Nork was really unfortunate for him, because you could see he wanted to stick around and get the trade, but he had to fall back, and it's a bit unfortunate he wasn't able to find that kill from behind Cake. Baited off his teammate perfectly, but swung just as the player came around the corner, and it was being covered.
Unreal headshot. Apeks take another pause, because their world has just been rocked just as hard as Aurora's was in the previous. Buy comes out again. Sense drops the AWP. M4's replenished. This is a breaking point. This is so crucial in the round and which way it's going to go just for the rest of this map. Because the longer this goes on, the back and the forth it's actually just going to favor Aurora longer term. There's more ways to earn money here on this T side. And Apeks, whilst it doesn't look like they're wounded at the moment, they are at breaking point.
Yeah, they're just lucky they won the round that they shouldn't have won, because it kind of allowed their money to now skyrocket a bit to give this buy here. But it does mean if they do drop it, there's a good chance of Aurora being able to get things close to even. This round has a lot of waiting for both teams. Warp out the Nork as well. That's uncontested. Goes in towards mid early. It's been a very A and mid focused map of Anubis from both T sides, which has been interesting to see.
I think it makes sense, really, especially over towards A. The way that you can have cleaner trade spacing, because as you come through the main choke point, you can fan out your players. You can also have the elevation from pillar. Wide swings are a lot more prevalent. North on the angle gets spotted and dealt with. Hangs around for too long, and lattykk punishes. That's the bomb site open, apart from Sense making his way through. Incendiary dropped, just to make it a little bit more one-dimensional. Flashbang misses, and one encounter sets up lattykk perfectly. He has been so clean in opening up these rounds. Another team kill for Aurora, but it might not matter.
She gets a little bit awry there, but this is late flank as well. The issue is, they lose their players before the flanking get active. That's when things get scary, but SELLTER, a massive double. That's done it. Doesn't know it's 2 HP. He's not saving. Always got him locked in. This one's nice and clean for Aurora, and lattykk opening it up again. He has been fantastic this series. Not often the player you look to be the kind of big rifler for this team, but been great to see him in fantastic form here in CS2.
And that's the third timeout used. Just a reminder, we mentioned it on Ancient, but teams now get 3 timeouts in CS2. If it goes to overtime, they each get a bonus one. Even if they've used up all of them, even if they've got them in reserve, they get wiped, and you only get 1 timeout in overtime.
I really like that change. Kind of early say at this point before, but you know, it kind of means that you don't have to save those timeouts. You have to bank one, which is often a conversation point when a game is close. You know, do you save a timeout for if you go into OT to kind of reset everyone, because you're straight into those overtimes? So the fact that you don't have to worry about that anymore means you can be more active with your timeouts. You can use them when you actually want to, rather than trying to bank it for later.
As expected, Apeks going to be on the eco. And for Aurora, it's just vital that they complete this round in a clean manner. There isn't any sort of negative ramifications. You can lose a player here or there, sure. Great utility. Leading with the utility now are Aurora, rather than the manpower. Just spam away these smokes just in case there are players lurking. Being ready potentially for a nade setup. Instead, not going to be the case. And Aurora back off. They've reset in towards A here. Bomb is far away, but at the same time, Aurora just feeling out the map.
Concerns me they leave mid open, because that's something that Apeks have exploited a couple of times, and I think they will this round. With 4 players here, you know they have to get active at some point, and a push through, if they get past window, you can see lattykk is a little bit aware of it. He falls, things get scary, but he's standing and he's found all the kills. Crisis averted. The push through with the deagles doesn't get anything done. This one's going to be a 9th for Aurora. Sense does get a nice little kill. As you said, one's okay.
Sense is trying his best to remove players, but doesn't happen. And Anubis, I always thought, to be honest, it was going to become more T-sided. And the reason being is because it's so difficult to put yourself on the long-range angles and get an opening kill on the CT side. I feel like that's now escalated a lot more with CS2. With players going for these ridiculously proactive peaks, that means you're never going to really settle holding onto one of these angles or being flashed in for an opportunity. It's going to leave gaps a lot in the defense. something that you can't realistically afford. Fast play in towards canals here. You see Kenzie's playing anti-flash. Orb scoped in on the angle. It's not a smoke from Apeks, it's a molly to kick things off.
Now, they do have 3 players early here. They're taking control out towards B main, but this has left Dark completely open. Norway actually finds the kill on the fallback as well. That's going to put Tassanito under so much pressure. He's not going to be ready for this. They're straight out Dark at the perfect time. No, he is ready. Oh, the turn back is perfect. Completely negates the Dark setup. Once again, being the hero that Apeks need in these critical rounds. Gives them the man advantage. I can't believe he gets that.
Yeah, Aurora really thought they had that time in there. And now Apeks, you've got the man advantage. You don't need to be pushing here, but they want to get proactive. They want to keep fighting in towards A, but that's going to come at their detriment. SELLTER will find sense, and jkaem is yet to trade. Finally will manage it. But that's going to mean that lattykk wants to take a swing with the AWP. Meanwhile, Sassanito's just fighting at Dark. It's chaos right now. If they find Sassanito out here, then there's a potential that B can be on the horizon here for Aurora. They need to get past him. Norway will manage it. And now the rotations, they're delayed.
Yes, some unnecessary fights being given by Apeks, right? As you mentioned, they're in the advantage. They do get that trade eventually, but now it's all falling. You know where jkaem was. He was pushing A main. He's going to be rotating in through Temple now, but has no kit. Around the Apeks felt like probably should have been theirs after Tassanito's massive double kill. Lattykk's going to peek out through Dark at any moment. You can just feel it. Oh, caught on the fade. jkaem gets the kill. Chance here. HE comes through. That's going to do a lot of damage, but staying alive, jumping over the orb. jkaem swings around and clutches out. Necessary. Apeks get to 11.
Yeah, fantastic round from jkaem. Don't get me wrong, but that could have been avoided entirely. As you mentioned, those overpeaks were really dramatic, and you kind of can get lost in the sauce a little bit, I suppose, thinking that, well, we've been doing so well, and obviously the key is to not really hold angles. We can still be proactive, but I feel like you can be a little bit more disciplined in scenarios like that. Fantastic clutch, though. Just jumps over the AWP scope. Not enough time to recover. There are still liberties, though. MP9 on Sense, FAMAS on kyxsan. It didn't need to be that expensive.
Some of it. Just a minute. $13. What you're looking for? 12. Will be map point. Double setup for Apeks over towards 8. It's a bit of a classic setup with the AWP rifle, but pushing in towards Aurora. With Tassanito taking the first frag, and it's eventually traded out. Pressure continues to be applied. That HE goes awry, and oh, Kenzie falls.
That molly as well. That molly is completely shut lattykk out of Dark, removed from the equation, but still finds kyxsan in amongst all of this. It's another 2 versus 2. I think he spotted jkaem around the back of the obelisk, and Norway will punish. Bomb needs to be recovered, but it allows time for these players to take space. And where you've got Nork on the AWP, he can't really take advantage of this low HP.
But they don't know that Nork is CT. Okay, he reveals himself, gets the kill with the USP. 1 versus 1 now. Norway's low. HE's thrown, so Nork's going to reposition. Falls on back, just keeping it at hand. The information has been relayed that this player has low HP. Nork's going to stick around. You do have to just gamble the 50-50 here. Will be rewarded, but it all comes down to the timing. Nork can find it. Norway hits first. 10 for Aurora, double digits. Just 1 round separating these teams.
It's got to be an eco now as well if you're Apeks. You got full stage loss bonus. You can dip into the investment fund a little bit. But you'll come up with deagles. You'll come up with an MP9 here or there. Aurora, a really good opportunity to once again equalize the scoreline, keep the pressure on, and stake a claim in this series. Because they've been the better team here in this second half. It's come down to clutches. It's come down to a pistol round that has enabled Apeks to get their 2 rounds in this second half. That's right, 2 of them. It was a 9-3 first half affair, and Aurora have really built themselves back in.
Yeah, the round they shouldn't have won. Can't believe Apeks That's just one of the 2 rounds they picked up here. And that was after Aurora, as I kind of mentioned, we're struggling on Anubis against Ikla on CS2. Looking like they've improved on a lot of those mistakes since then. The stack from Apeks looks good though. You can see 4 players on A, and that is the intention from Aurora. Often you'll see B the stack, and I think Apeks are thinking, all right, we went for the B stack last time we had these pistols half by. We're going to go for the A stack this time. And I think with the contact play, this couldn't be a better setup for them.
Yeah, this is awkward. Smokes can go in. You've got mollies as well that can be deployed. And there we go. Fantastic stuff from SELLTER. A triple entry. In fact, make it 4. Looking for the full house. kyxsan on the CZ. Never going to get involved in this one. Aurora will find 11. They do it in a clean manner as well, which is vital for them moving forward. As we enter the dying embers of this second map, kyxsan just hoping that someone comes his way to give him an AK.
Yeah, either gets him an AK or SELLTER gets an ace. That's the 2 outcomes we're looking at here. And it's going to be the AK. SELLTER a little bit sad. We do eventually hunt him down, so he can't get away with that rifle. 11 apiece, a very close game here. Just 2 rounds left to play as well. Going the full 24. First time getting to say that.
OT is still the same.
Yes.
Best of 6. Which makes sense, really. MR12. MR6. Very slow start here. Neither one of these teams wants to make the mistake. Information goes both ways, and Apeks actually scamper back in towards the B-bomb site. They know the AWP's here. Meanwhile, smoke gets blown up for lattykk to have a little bit of an adventure towards A. Molly will go in. That's going to offset sense for a moment. He puts the smoke in it. Remember, you can nade these.
A lot of pressure being put on. It's Jordan player over from mid, but keep your eyes on Testanito. He's pushed all the way through. Catches one. jkaem gets one as well. Kenzie coming on through as the smoke fades. Nork is holding. Oh, he felt like he had that trade every day of the week. And finally, a rifle round looking like it's going to go Apeks, and at the most crucial time, lattykk and Noi in a 2 versus 5. The money's not there either. If they both fall, this is devastating for Aurora after such a strong T side. Apeks looks set to make sure that Aurora don't get anything. The bomb's impossible to collect. Serious point, going to be secured by Apeks. Just a matter of that clock ticking on down.
Got to give a lot of praise there to the mid-round setup and the structure there from Apeks. The fact that you've got Sassanito pushing and taking the issue, but the only reason he's doing that is because the pressure's being applied from jkaem over towards A, and at the same time, you've got Nork that is posted on that angle. Doesn't hit the shot immediately, but gets that extra half second to adjust because the player that is looking to trade out for Aurora is obviously going to be looking at Sassanito. It is not going to be pre-firing the angle that Nork is on. Really well done from Apeks. They settle themselves down in the mid-round and potentially could be closing this one out in 2. It's up to Aurora to force us to OT, to have that opportunity to potentially get us to overpass.
Yeah, Sassanito has been brilliant. It just feels like he pulls out these incredibly crucial rounds when they need it most. With jkaem being an absolute multi-kill machine in this map. These 2 rifles doing so much work. Tech 9 and a Galil in the mix here for Aurora.
Oh,
they're smoked off.
Again.
Pushing on through. jkaem's found the opener. Sassanito is spotted. Looking for the fight. Is able to get it, but traded eventually. But does the damage. Keeps them on their toes, and they have to go to A.
A lot of pressure now on Nork. Solo hold currently. We'll find the first. jkaem's also grouped onto him. Smoke goes in. Cover enabled. Smoke blown open. And Kenzie blindsided. It's all up to lattykk. A 1 versus 4 clutch on the AWP seems improbable. He's trying to make magic happen. Now under pressure with all of this utility, still finds sense through the smoke. Now it's just a case of isolating Nork, and he's managed it with the Deagle. Kyxsan coming in from the back lines. That's expected, but unfortunately, not enough time to be able to get that done. But what an attempt from lattykk. Apeks ascend, and they're the first team in the upper bracket semi-final.
What a way to close out that map. lattykk almost making magic happen, I believed. As soon as he gets that Jekyll kill onto Nork.